Alright, I've been slacking quite a bit, but I've been working on the FireTurd a little bit. I got some hard lines made for the turbo oil feeds instead of the AN ones that I had that I melted. So trying to just go back on that. I got a extension. I have to make an extension in the wire in the car to run to the stock oil pressure gauge in the dashboard from the sensor that I've got put in there. And then I'm going to change back to the stock rockers that I have with the bronze bushings on the trunnions, and step down from the 1.8 roller rockers to the 1.7 rockers. I was playing with the tune a little bit in the computer a bit earlier this morning. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it back together, figure out if I heard anything the last time I took it out. Make sure I don't have messed up bearings from losing oil pressure or any of that stuff. And then if I get it up and running, then I may try and fit a valve body that I modified to make a trans brake, a full manual reverse flow, or reverse pattern, full manual trans brake valve body for Turbo 400, and I may try and put that in the FireTurd and see if I can't get a trans brake that works pretty good. Still waiting on my CK Performance trans brake. I should be getting that probably Monday. This is Friday. And then I can put that into Turbo 400 that I built so I can sell it. And yeah, I think I should be in Bowling Green in 2 weeks for LS Fest East, hopefully. So we'll see if I can make that. And then I'm just trying to get the FireTurd going again. And it's kind of windy, so probably won't do a whole lot of talking outside at the car. But I want to get a little bit of footage. Sweating my butt off because it's like 80-something degrees. And I don't do well in heat. So, yeah. Anyways, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to get to it. Well, they look pretty. You can see a little bit of spots where they were running and touching. Yeah, none of them came off, none of them pulled out, but I'm going to take them off. I know I'm not real thrilled. You can see how far down inside of there the locks are. So, yeah, I'm just going to take these 1/8s off and the studs out, and I'm just going to go back to my stock ones. this exhaust manifold kicked my butt trying to get that last bolt back in there. I had to shove it down. I still got to tighten the bolts on the flange down there, which is what really caused me my problems last time. I got my fuel lines hooked up, coils, spark plugs, everything. I'll probably have to try and reach in there with some needle nose pliers and get that clamp on that little water hose for the throttle body. Pretty much, I believe I got pretty much everything done. I'll probably have to tighten up that 10mm down there on that clamp for the crossover. I added oil, so my oil is good. I added a piece of wire for hopefully what is going to be the oil pressure on the stock dashboard here that goes down to my oil sending unit. So I'm about to try and fire it up and see what happens. Well, it appears my battery's dead, so I guess I'm not going to do that now. I'll have to go get some jumper cables, but okay, whatever. Give me some jumper cables. I don't know, are they in here? I should have had a pair of jumper cables in here. I don't know. Anyways, I'll go look for my jumper cables and get the van turned around so I can try and put a jump on the FireTurd, see if I can get it to start. And then I'll drive it down closer to the house out of the field, because I want to try and get these things sorted so I can go to LS Fest East. So anyways, I'm going to find some jumper cables, so I'll see you in a few. I got the FireTurd back down here in the driveway. I did get it fired up. It was burning the hell out of all the oil all over everything left over, especially over on this side. Yeah, it's still warm, but yeah, it was doing pretty good. I forgot to put the vacuum line to the brake booster on there when I moved it, and so it was like surging and all that, and I hooked it back up and around and stuff. But I think the fuel's all wrong. Like I said, I got a fuel leak. It's from the lines off of the top of the fuel tank that go down to the hard lines and around. So I'm thinking I may need to make a fuel cell or get a fuel cell or something for it. Put a fuel cell in the trunk and then put the surge tank in the trunk. Just run the fuel cell to the surge tank and then the surge tank all the way forward. And that'll feed me enough fuel to do everything I need to do. And I'll just, you know, get it all changed up. But now that it's running again, it actually sounds pretty good. I didn't hear any ticking and knocking like the last time from all of the rockers hitting the valve covers on the inside. And so yeah, I think it's probably going to do better with the 1.6 or the 1.7 rockers, the stock ones, which have the bronze bushings upgrade in the trunnions. So I got the hard lines, and then I got the wire connected up like I said, but then I was looking at my dash, my gauge, and I don't see the needle, so it fell off something. So I'm gonna have to open up the dashboard, see if the needle's down in the gauge or something, and then put the needle back on the dang thing, see if I got some oil pressure. But it's I don't hear any rod knocks or anything. It actually sounds really good, so thank goodness, cross my fingers. And I started doing some tuning on the computer, and so I'll start working on putting some tune in the system for the E85. But I guess the next real step is fuel system, so that I have enough fuel, and put the 1500cc injectors in there, so that I got enough fuel for this whole setup. And maybe I'll actually get kicked out of the track. It goes so fast because they don't have a roll cage or a roll bar or nothing. So, you know, I don't know how I'll work on putting a trans brake in it, maybe trans brake and fuel tank. And so that what, about 13 more days, I guess, 12-13 more days, and then I'll have to be on my way to LS Fest East to do that. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that trans brake from C&K, and I'll be able to put that in the Turbo 400 that has, I've got 5 forward clutches, 6 direct clutches, 4 intermediate clutches in it. Both drums are dual fed. You know, I rollarized the rear case. I got new bushings, and I got the metal friction washers, I guess, whatever. So it's all metal friction washers, roller bearings, all through. The pump's been modified for the pressure and to reduce for the restrictor for the torque converter, so you don't wipe out the main bearing in the LS motor. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. So it'll be full-blown race ready, probably, I don't know, I'm guessing 800 to 1,000 horse. Oh, 34 element sprag on a round back drum. So aluminum pistons that I cut down, put extra clutches in. I put the 4L80E intermediate pressure plate in there because it's thinner, so I could fit an extra clutch. So I got 4 intermediate clutches. I put the hardened clutch drive drum in the directs. I put the hardened one from a 4L80E in there. So yeah, I mean, it should be good for 800 to 1,000 horsepower. I'll be looking to sell that one.